Hi there, guys. What is up and what is going on here today? It is I, Azure, and welcome to my showcase here of Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 and also Part 3 in Rivals of Aether. If you guys are interested in checking out Dio Brando here for yourself and giving him a go and his stand, The World, then be sure to head down below to the good old description box to be redirected then to the Steam Workshop page for Rivals, so that way you too can try out Dio here and his stand for yourself as well. If you guys would all love to see even more Rivals of Aether content than from me in the future here, then be sure to let me know down below who might be your favorite JoJo's Bizarre Adventure hero and villain. From any part, it doesn't matter. Just let me know down below, and why don't we get a good old discussion going then about the series then and possibly what's in store next for it. Why don't we go ahead and see what Dio Brando is truly all about here and what he can really do with this incarnation of him here from Part 3, that being Stardust Crusaders. Also has his stand, The World, with him, helping him fight in battle. It's only fitting that we go over every single thing here that he has to offer, and this version of Dio is packing quite a punch, to say the least here. So yeah, as we go through his movement here, he is incredibly agile. But the real gimmick here is his stand's abilities. And this stand, like I said, The World, is incredibly powerful. And so going over Dio's special attacks here, after his physical attacks, he can really do a lot of damage, but we have to set up our opponent here and get them into a sort of good position, and then right when they're in the line of sight, we nailed them here with our knives and really show them what for. So yeah, as we go through Dio's moves, like I said, the World will also come out then and attack as well, in addition to any sort of moves that we happen to do with Dio, which is a nice added touch here. My favorite part though about this version of Dio is his ability to stop time with the World. So if we get enough damage going here with a certain number of hits and we press the neutral special button, this effect will happen by stopping time itself. Now go, The World! Grind time to a halt! Can do a lot more damage then, as time is literally frozen in the game, and they are unable to do anything in terms of reactions. That just about covers it then for Dio Brando. Now then, why don't we see what this vampire is truly made of, and put him into a real battle here against Jotaro, his infamous rival from the Joestar line, and see who will come out on top this time. Maybe Dio will finally conquer the Joestar family here, or will he actually end up falling, similar to how he did in the original story? Well then, why don't we find that all out here and now. Alright Jotaro, bring it on. Let's see what you got. Let's see what your stand Star Platinum is truly capable of here as well. What I really love here, guys, about Dio, not just his, well, character in general from both parts 1 and 3, but more so for this mod, I really like how it's very agile, and his special moves reflect that in a very faithful way. Such as his recovery move from when him and Jotaro were basically flying over the city in their battle, and you can pretty much do that in any direction here. So when you want to recover and use that move, his up special is incredibly reliable and always is good in a tight pinch. The World happens to be far away on the stage here, or is out in, you know, above like a bottomless pit here on one of the sides of like a stage. You can actually use that then to call it back, like I said, and it's really helpful then to, you know, gain a lot more ground and control here. Such as, for example, his neutral special, the checkmate move, where you can charge that up for increasing its power and the number of knives you can dish out and throw at the opponent. That also helps as well, I mean, in terms of zoning, to really keep opponents here at bay. And for someone like Dio, that's always a good thing. No, a great thing. Speaking of great things, though, Jotaro is basically almost done for, it seems, as he is now down to his last life. So if he really wants to try and win this battle, he's going to have to pull out all the stops if he hopes to defeat Dio and the world. They do. I am curious about it and everything it's capable of as well in terms of its powers and abilities here. And then I'd say probably in the not so distant future, I will also be covering Jotaro as well, just to give, you know, that respect to not just this creator, but this character as well. And so, yeah, that's game, as Dio has now conquered Jotaro for the first time. But why don't we kick things in a high gear here and get our second battle featuring Dio underway. So then, let's go. The world! Alright, let's do it, guys. Battle number 2 is officially underway. Let's go. Alright now, guys, here we are featuring our second battle with Dio Brando and our powerful stand, the world, by our side. I'd say this time I really want to try and get a better grasp of the world's zoning capabilities here and just what we can really do in regard to that, and really setting up Jotaro here for a real surprise, you could say. A deadly surprise, though. I really do like this mod a lot. It's really cool and really inspired. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's try and set him up here. Why don't we see if we can get enough hits in and try and activate the world's time stop ability. Greater? I believe it's 20. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's at least around 20 hits or more that we're able to activate that ability then for the world with Dio here. So take that with a grain of salt if playing as him here, because it's going to take a little bit of some handy-dandy maneuvering here to set that move up. But then once you do, the payoff is incredibly worth it and is always a fun time here controlling Dio in the world. Let's try and set him up here. What are you going to do, Jotaro? Star Platinum can't save you forever. Oh yeah, we're too fast for you. You can't match our speed, our agility. Alright, now we charge up this. And let's see what we can do now, as the battle rages on. And we haven't even lost a single life yet either. I think I like those odds. Can't say the same for Jotaro, though. He's looking a little under the weather. We can change that, though, real quick. Alright, why don't we try and wrap this battle up? Ah, I spoke too soon. Alright, just a few more hits now and he'll be down for the count. Now, how should we finish him off? Oh, decisions, decisions, decisions. What move would be the perfect one? And that chalks up another win right there for Dio Brando. The incredible stand user here, able to manipulate time itself. Alright, so yeah, why don't we get our third battle here featuring Dio all set up and underway a while. As we go ahead and try out perhaps a different costume this time. Ah, yes, one from the original OVA from back in the day. Let's go with that one then. Alright, that sounds good to me. And then away we go. As you guys know, I really love to try and save this stage for the either last or final battle of my showcases that I do here on the channel. But I guess this time, you know, Fate had obviously different plans in that regard, which is fine by me. It doesn't really matter really anymore to me if I end up having Tempest Peak as the last stage in the showcase or not. I like to traditionally just because, you know, of the setting and the music here and the whole atmosphere it gives off and exudes. It's fine. It's really no big deal. But yeah, I really hope that this time around, though, we can try and, I'd say, not so much get better with using the world's powers and abilities here with Dio, but trying to actually do more combos and pulling off more pretty impressive feats, I'd say, that we can try and do. Like, for example, trying to KO somebody here in the air by juggling them is one of my favorite things to do here in Rivals, and I really want to try and do that here and see if it's indeed possible, which I feel like it most likely is with Dio. But yeah, that's a whole other discussion then. But yeah, I really do love the air game in Rivals here. Also in Rivals 2, I have played that a little bit since it came out, but not too much. I mainly prefer to stick with this one in relation to the sequel. But from what I have played, the sequel is outstanding. It's incredibly fun and also quite fast-paced, similarly to this game. So yeah, just my 2 cents though on Rivals of Aether 2. But yeah, right now though, why don't we get back to kicking Jotaro's butt, giving him a real ass whooping. And what do you know? He's already down to his last life. How time flies here. I guess it's another one of Dio's powers. Get it? Because of the world being able to stop time? Alright, I'll see myself out. But yeah, no, we're doing pretty darn well. Actually, scratch that. We're doing pretty damn well. Because, I mean, it's Dio after all. Now, one character I would love to actually see be a playable mod here from the Rivals of Aether workshop would actually be Cars from Part 2. I would love to have Cars and maybe also the Pillarmen playable. But I don't know, that's maybe a pipe dream here. But speaking of dreams, it looks like Jotaro is about to be going to sleep. Yeah! And what did I tell you? As we now claim another victory here over Jotaro. Alright guys, so yeah, let's get another one set up and going. As Dio's power knows no bounds. As we get our 4th battle set up with him. And the world. As we go to take on Jotaro here in his stand Star Platinum yet again. Now bring it on, Jotaro. Let's see what you can do. Let's fight to the bitter end. Just a random tidbit there I thought I'd share with you guys. I do like this stage a lot from all the default stages here within the game. But yeah, just a little random thing I just thought of here. And I've noticed after playing random a lot for these workshop showcases over the years. This stage is barely ever one that ends up getting selected. Anyway, then back to the fight. The matter at hand. That's more like it. That's what I like to see. Yeah, he's just eating the world's moves right now. I don't know what Jotaro's doing, but his strategy's not going to work. He's not going to be able to defeat us here at all. We haven't even lost a life yet. Alright, why don't we try and bring this battle to a close? The final curtain call here for Jotaro and his stand, Star Platinum. They've got nothing on the world after all. Alright, let's end this battle. Wow. Well, he ended us right there. Anyway, as I was saying, let's end this battle and put you in your place. Now, how shall we finish you off? See you next fall, Jotaro. And that's game, guys. As we now have another win here under our belt with Dio Brando. So then, you know what? I'd say on that note, just because, why don't we get one more battle, one more match set up here featuring Dio Brando versus Jotaro Kujo, and really see once and for all here who is the mightiest stand user, who is the strongest, the absolute pinnacle of strength and power. So then, let's go. Alright, the world. Don't fail us now. As we take on Jotaro here. One more. Final time. Maybe though things will be different this time around. I mean, I could be wrong. But yeah, Jotaro's track record here isn't exactly all that inspiring. Look at this. We are already taking him to the cleaners. He's already almost at over 100%. Is that? Oh yeah, look at this. This air game though. So close to getting him knocked out too. What's wrong, Jotaro? Can't keep up? Oh yeah, have a taste of this. Alright, got him on the ropes now. How should we finish him off this time around, though? That's the question. So many possibilities. Oh, now you decide to fight back, eh? Bring it on, Jotaro. Oh man, we almost had him right there too. So close and yet so far. Yeah, there we go. That'll teach ya. Alright. Now we're making some progress. Okay, come on. Just a few more hits. Alright, let's pull this off. Now, stop time. The world! Look at that. It's glorious. Truly magnificent. A splendid sight. Alright, now let's finish you off, Jotaro. and claim our title as the #1 stand user here. That was so cool. We were actually able to pull that off there in battle, guys. Let's see if we can do it again. Oh man, so close right there. Either way, though, that was incredibly fun to be able to actually pull off Dio's time stop move here with the world. That was so cool. All right, now he's just down to his last life. He better make this one count. Oh yeah, lay in the smackdown. Yes, there we go. Now it's time to meet your fate. Go. And I guess it was our turn there. He got lucky with that knockout. It won't happen again, though. All right, Jotaro, are you ready to meet your doom? Just a few more hits. All right, I think it's time for us to bring this battle to a close, guys. And that is game yet again, guys. We're the ultimate stand user. Well, on that note, that concludes this showcase of Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And be sure to stay tuned for all this and then some next time. I'll be catching you guys all later on the flip side. See you then!